3 steps to defeat fear and anxiety. Number 1, shame. Have no shame. No matter where you are, who you're talking to, what you're doing, just say whatever you would say in that situation and however you would want to do it. Don't pretend how you think you should say it, or how you think other people would want to hear it, or how you think you should act. You can't sit there and worry about what other people are thinking all the time about you. It just feels so much better just to go through life and just be yourself and be able to talk like you and be able to act like you. And if they don't like who you are, then you don't want to be with them. You don't want those friends. This is you now. So if you don't know who you are, you'll find out just by trying to do whatever you want to do in any situation. Talking how you'd want to talk, dancing how you want to dance. Just let yourself be you and share that with others. Other people will start to see that in you and they'll gravitate towards you. Number 2, experience. Life is an experience. So in any situation, think about if you were going to die in 2 years. If you looked back on that situation, would you have done it differently? Would you have experienced it instead of avoided it, or just were scared about it, had anxiety over it, you weren't yourself about it, you were somebody else, you had shame, you're not being in that moment, experiencing that moment, because life is short. You're scared to experience new things because you either have shame, or you don't want to end up having to public speak, or you want to talk to people that you don't want to talk to, and you're just afraid of those experiences because they could cause anxiety or fear. Have fun and enjoy your life in any situation. Somebody that's happy all the time, walking around and smiling and making everybody else happy, is somebody that people want to stick around. You don't want to be at a job where you can't enjoy your job, because your job is 45 hours a week sometimes for some people, maybe 50, maybe 60 hours these days. So that's more than you spend at home. So why would you want to hate your job and have panic attacks and anxiety the entire time? So that's really what experiencing would be in any situation. You can think of any situation like you're about to go on a date, right, for the first time, and you could think of it as, I'm going to be freaked out, like I'm going to be single forever and this person's not going to like me. What's going to happen? You go all the way to the end of, like, am I going to fart, or am I going to throw up, or what's going to happen? I'm freaked out, I'm anxious. Or you can go into that situation and say, no matter what happens, I'm going to experience this date. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to experience your food, and you're going to meet somebody new and talk to them. That's why a lot of people get drunk, because they want to be themselves, and it gives us the best chance to lower our guards, lower anxiety, and really, get into conversation and talk and really get, deeper and get to know each other a little bit better. Imagine if you could do that sober. And, people that have no shame and have less anxiety, they're able to do that sober. So number 3, you will have anxiety no matter what. So I know I said this is to defeat fear and anxiety, but knowing that you will have anxiety is actually a way of beating it. So just the facts of knowing why things happen, of knowing that you have shame, knowing why you have the fears is going to make you have less anxiety. So knowing that you're going to go into situations like a speech or like a date or whatever it is, and you're going to have anxiety, is going to give you less anxiety, because you just know the underlying reason, and you're going to do it anyways. You're going to experience that moment anyways. If you have a dream, you go for it no matter what lies in between now and that dream. Just say, I will have anxiety, and this is why, because you know why you're going to have anxiety over those situations, and just to try to experience them, try to have as much fun as you can during them. People will take advantage of you if they know that you have anxiety all the time and you're fearful, because bosses can sense that on people, that you're an anxious person and you're fearful to probably even quit. So if you can show that you can walk in and stand your ground and say, this is what I have produced for your company, and I worked my butt off every day. Um, that is okay to do, if especially if you haven't got a raise in a year or two, and you believe you're underpaid, and you've asked around, and it's true that you're underpaid, and you're working your ass off, and they're taking advantage of you, which they will. I promise you that people will take advantage of you if they haven't already, because you seem shy and fearful and anxious. They don't speak up. I'd rather give the guy a raise that's gonna get pissed off, or the girl that's a firecracker. I'd rather just give her what she wants so that she'll get off my back, right? You ever known those people that just get what they want because they just don't shut up? Don't want to be a bitch about it, but that's the same idea. If you're gonna speak up whenever somebody wrongs you, then you got it going on. It's hard to find skilled, smart people, especially skilled, smart, confident people out there. So if you can have that trifecta, then you're good to go. You want to live your life the way that you want to live it. You want to go for your dreams. And if your dreams are to become a teacher, but you don't want to take the public speaking classes that needed, you just want to go teach kids or something like that, that's not living. That's dodging or avoiding life, because that's part of life. But if you could enjoy just talking to people, maybe 20, 30 people in a group, just try it one time. Have you ever actually tried just having 5 or 6 slides with nothing really up there and just talking instead of reading off of a paper? Try it one time. I promise you, it might change your life. If you show your fear and anxiety to others, who cares? Other people are anxious and have fear too. So in 2015, 18% of our population had some form of anxiety disorder. And that's just diagnosed with medicine. You know how many people smoke weed and do other things and self-medicate and drink? But when you really, start to stop caring about yourself and just be yourself and then enjoy others, then your life will change. Don't have shame in who you are. Love yourself and love others.